Hello, my name's Joe, and what we're going to be looking at in our little Houdini adventure today is how to randomize orientation. If you find this useful, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more videos, and don't forget to check out my website, 3dassetlibrary.com, for Unreal and Unity Engine assets. So what we're going to be looking at is, if we look at this posts here, they're all rotated randomly. So based off of the previous tutorial where we built a post and rail fence, a very, very simple post and rail fence, this could add an extra little bit of realism to our scene to help create, just to help it look more real. You know, it's one of those things that posts is not necessarily, you know, horses could have been leaning on it and pushed it over slightly and things like that, so it just adds that element of realism. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this, and we will right click in our network and type in geo for geometry, give it a name, so post, double click, and then we'll right click and type tube, set this to mesh, and then what we'll do is we'll just set this to sit on top of the grid by typing in the middle axis here, on the y-axis, is we'll type in 0.5, and that's going to bring that up level, so that means that this will only ever move upwards, it won't ever go under the grid when scaling. Then what we'll do is we'll put end caps on, so we'll drag off of the tube here and type in polyfill and select polyfill, and this is going to generate our end caps here. Then what we do is we'll triangulate these, so we'll go to our fill mode with polyfill selected, our fill mode, triangle fan, and then scroll down a bit and under tick deform patch. And there we go. So now what we'll do is we'll drag off of polyfill and type in transform. And then what we'll do here is we will set the scale to 0.1, 0.1, so we've got more of a post type thing here. So there we go. Then what we'll do is we'll generate a line, and we're going to use this line to basically copy our posts to each point on the line. So if we just select our line here using the display render and select turn on the points, and then we'll turn on the point numbers. Then what we'll do is we need to change the direction, because obviously we don't want the posts going up, we want them going across the floor. And what we'll do is we'll just go to our line and then change this center direction to that, and so it should be 0, 0, 1, and there we go. So now it's lying on the floor. So now what we want to do is drag off of the line and type in resample, if I spell it right. And what this is going to do is it's going to generate more points across this line, so that when our posts are posted on there, we could essentially copy a post to each of these points. But obviously that's a bit too close. So what we'll do is we'll set the length here under, so with resample selected, the length, and we'll type in 9.8. So then, as you can see here, it's reduced the amount here, and then when we move make our line longer, make our line longer, you can see here it's adding more as we need them. So now what we need to do is basically copy our post to our line points. So we'll right click and we'll type in copy to, if I spell it right would help, copy to, and we'll select points. So we want to plug our post into the first pin and our line into the second pin. So then when we go to that, you can see here that we got it, our post copy to our line. So we've done this principle before, so we're very clear with that. But I'm just doing this that people that are following along from the beginning, it sort of gets drilled into their head of how nodes work and things like that. So now what we want to do is we want to basically randomize the rotation of all of these. So what we'll do is that we'll right click and type in wrangle. Now this is where we put little bits of Vex code in, from what I understand. So I'm trying to stay away from code as much as possible in the initial sort of tutorials for this, because obviously I don't want to get overwhelmed and you don't want to get overwhelmed following along. And you know, it's obviously said we neither of us want to get overwhelmed and bored. Some people just don't like code, but unfortunately with everything sometimes you do have to do stuff you don't want to do. So with this we're going to be looking at basically what we need to do is we need to tell our little expression here to randomize the points, the orientation of the points. So what we'll do is we'll type in at orient equals rand, and then at point num. So remember with the brackets, they are open and close brackets, the sort of circular brackets. And so basically sometimes with code in the past, how I've learned things like in Unreal and website code and things like that is sometimes when you look at things like this, like orient, rand, point number, it sometimes in your head is to chuck it around. So what is this actually doing? It's going randomize the orientation of the point numbers. So sometimes it's better to think of things like that. So when you're looking at code, you can understand it, you know, more humanly, I guess. You know, obviously people that are experiencing coding and that they can look at this and know exactly, you know, how to read it, how to do it. But sometimes it's better to say, just look at it and go, well, what is it doing? It's telling us to randomize the orientation of these point numbers. So then what happens is that you can see there when we click in our network view, it's chucked all these points, all these around. But what we've got, if you notice, we've got no control over it. So if we extend this line here, it's just randomly, you know, moving the rotation around, which is absolutely fine for some people, for some purposes. So yeah, we want more control over this. So what we'll do is we'll then type in right click, randomize, and say by default this shows random colors on each post. It's, say before in a previous tutorial, it's great for like randomizing textures or you know, things like that, you know. And what we'll do is then we'll change the attribute name to orient. So this is going to randomize the orientation. So what will happen here is that now we've got more control. So if we move this seed here, you can see here that it's all gradually moving. But what we can do here is we can change these individual values of each axis it's rotating on. So if we set all of the max values to 0 of these three, don't need to worry about the end one. So you can see here, but it's gone back to default. So what we want to do, say for instance, is move them left and right, looking at this left and right a little bit. So we'll find our axis that it's on. So I believe it's on this one, and we'll say, well, we want it to move a tiny bit that way and possibly a little bit this way. So that's got obviously too much. Ooh. So you can see here that we've got a little bit of randomization in both directions. Now we can obviously apply this to our other ones as well. So what happens here is we've got it randomizing, as you can see across the post here. This one's fallen over a bit, so we probably want to adjust that. So what we'll do is we'll just say put that back as it was, and then we'll have to have a look at this one to see what exactly is going wrong here. And so obviously we don't want it to there we go. So that's a little bit. So we've got them randomly moving in that direction. 0.01. I believe it's similar to the end one. Ooh. Yeah, so there we go. We've got some randomization in this direction. We've got randomization in that direction, and also we've got randomization in that direction as well. So as you can see here, this would instantly, coupled with, say, so we'll just do a quick one, is we'll do a randomize again, and what we'll do is we'll just set our post height. So we'll just go to attribute name p scale, and so what we can say is, well, we don't want any bigger than that. So as you can see here, coupled with a random height and a random rotation, you're sort of starting to get a more realistic type of feeling to something. So as you say, you imagine these are post and rail, and like real life, horses could be leaning against this or whatever, and they'll be pushed slightly, bent slightly, depending how old they are. So it just adds that element of realism that when you're walking along, you're not just seeing, say, something like that where they're just, you know, your character's walking along or your camera's tracking, they're all just perfectly in line. You know, with that, it adds an element of realism to it. So yeah, hopefully this helped, and cheers.